okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Critics argue that Floyd Mayweather's recent appearances in the ring are driven less by legacy and more by profit. Once admired for his flawless defense and perfect record, Mayweather has now leaned into exhibition bouts that bring in massive paydays but little sporting significance. Observers note how he frequently showcases his wealth, implying he no longer fights out of necessity but out of choice. This has led many to believe that in retirement, his attention is fixed on money-making ventures rather than genuine competition, leaving some fans disillusioned with how his career has evolved.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine them.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley didn't hold back. When talking about the dream fight between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, he said it straight. Mayweather always had trouble with southpaws. And Crawford? He's not just a southpaw, he's a switch hitter with timing, IQ, and adaptability that Bradley swears Floyd couldn't solve. In Bradley's eyes, Crawford's style would punch holes through Mayweather's defense. He even doubled down, saying Floyd isn't...
Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that back hand, the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? Man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep, I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
Critics argue that Floyd Mayweather's recent appearances in the ring are driven less by legacy and more by profit. Once admired for his flawless defense and perfect record, Mayweather has now leaned into exhibition bouts that bring in massive paydays, but little sporting significance. Observers note how he frequently showcases his wealth, implying he no longer fights out of necessity, but out of choice. This has led many to believe that in retirement, his attention is fixed on money-making ventures rather than genuine competition, leaving some fans disillusioned with how his career has evolved.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult shared a strong take, arguing that Terence Crawford deserves to be ranked above Floyd Mayweather for one crucial reason. He emphasized Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, noting that Floyd, for all his greatness, would never have risked such a dangerous fight the way Crawford did. Showbiz explained that Crawford moved up in weight and fought a prime, threatening opponent, whereas Mayweather was more strategic in selecting the timing of his matchups. According to him, that willingness to embrace risk pushes Crawford's legacy beyond Mayweather's carefully managed career, an opinion that directly challenges the long-held narrative of Floyd being untouchable in boxing history.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
Interestingly, Terence Crawford has voiced his frustration with the non-stop comparisons to Floyd Mayweather. He clarified that he has no interest in fighting Floyd, stressing that Mayweather belonged to a different era. Crawford insists this current era is his own, and instead of dwelling on the past, fans should recognize the history he is writing right now. While he respects Floyd's greatness, Crawford believes legacies are meant to stand on their own. To him, constant efforts to match him with Mayweather are unfair, since Floyd is already retired and past his prime, while Crawford remains at the peak of carving out his dominance.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Yeah.
Danny Garcia, a seasoned fighter who has shared the ring with elite opponents, gave a careful response when asked who would win between Mayweather and Crawford. Rather than picking one, Garcia predicted the matchup could end in a draw. He explained that Floyd's defensive brilliance combined with Crawford's versatile offense might balance each other out. His perspective highlights the respect both fighters command, as many feel their skill sets are so evenly matched that even a fantasy bout may not deliver a definitive outcome. Garcia's statement only fueled the ongoing debate between fans of both champions.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford? At 54.
Oh, man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley believes Floyd Mayweather's size would be his biggest disadvantage against Terence Crawford. Mosley explained that while Floyd is technically brilliant, he is too small to handle Crawford's power, reach, and versatility. He noted that Mayweather's defensive style could be offset by Crawford's stance switching and physical control of the ring. For Mosley, this creates the crucial gap. Floyd dominated fighters near his own size, but against a naturally bigger and stronger Crawford, the difference would be overwhelming. His remarks underline how size alongside skill shapes fantasy matchups.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question in the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbiz The Adult added nuance to the ongoing comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. He explained that Crawford's victory over Canelo has fueled debates about whether his legacy now equals or surpasses Floyd's. Still, Showbiz cautioned against reducing the discussion to a single fight, reminding fans that boxing legacies are built on much more. While Crawford's win was historic, Mayweather's career represents decades of dominance across multiple divisions. In his view, a fair comparison must weigh consistency, level of opposition, and lasting influence on the sport. His balanced perspective praises Crawford while honoring Floyd's established greatness.
Not add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they could go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight classes. They fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen Breadman Edwards shared a refreshing perspective, urging fans and media to stop forcing comparisons and simply let Crawford enjoy his recent triumph. He stressed that Crawford's victory over Canelo was a once-in-a-lifetime achievement that deserves celebration on its own, without constantly bringing Mayweather into the discussion. Edwards also criticized the immaturity of debates where people pit fighters against each other unnecessarily. In his view, Floyd is retired and should no longer be part of the narrative. The spotlight, he insisted, belongs on Crawford's accomplishments and giving him full credit.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare him right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to... I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights will go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with